Do you spend a lot of time creating surveys in Google Forms, typing question one by one, adjusting settings, fixing options, and still filling in text forever? Then this video is definitely for you. Hey everyone, I am Dr. Moonmoon, and today I am going to show you how you can leverage AI to build a smart agent that understands your command in natural language. Yes, you just tell it what kind of survey you want, and it will generate the complete questionnaire, structure the survey properly, automatically build the Google form, publish it, and even share the link with you. All in minutes, no more hours of manual effort. And honestly, this is a complete no brainer. Before we jump in, you make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who creates service regularly. This will save them hours. This is extremely useful for HR professionals, researchers, marketing teams, surveyors, and even students. Now let's build this AI agent step by step. Okay, today I will show you how you can create a survey agent, and it's very simple. So before explaining the code in Jupyter Notebook, I will show you like how we can start with the Google form first. So let me show you that when we open a Google form to generate or create any survey, so you create a blank form. Let's say I'm creating a blank form here, and the questions we have to fill in the questions there, and we have to give the options. So here you can see that there are lot many number like types of questions which are available. Like this is some question types, like you can put short answer type question, paragraph, multiple choice, check boxes, drop down. So what I have done is I have taken a screenshot of this list, and I used it in my prompt to ChatGPT. So this is a like this, like if you see my GPT command, so I have attached this screenshot, and I am using this prompt. I will share this prompt and I will show this prompt again. But before coming to this prompt, the next part is the AppScript. So Google has a very powerful extension which is known as AppScript. And in my another video of the same playlist, No Brainers playlist, you can see there is a CRUD operation which I have fully, like created with the AppScript only. So it's kind of a like it's kind of handling all the Google platforms. Like you can actually automate slides, Google Sheet, Google Documents, and even Google Forms. So let me just open AppScript console. So when I go to the AppScript console, you can just press this button, start scripting, and here you can just like create a new project. So this will actually open your AppScript console here. Okay, now you can write some functions over here. You can create the CRUD operations or API or any functions which will actually like handle your Google Sheets, or like you can handle any other Google platform. And I have given a prompt that write an app script to create a test form with all attached 12 types of question variant, like which is attached in this image. Create modular function of all activities, like create a new form, set title and description, add multiple choice, paragraph text questions, required fields, whatever types, like it can be like any type of question which is given in the basically the input format. Okay, and add options, and then link response sheet also. So with every Google form, you will see that you can attach a Excel sheet as a response sheet where the response will be coming, and you can like draw some graphs, or you can actually take that response and use it in your survey. Then you can publish the link. So all these things it can do. And so in the prompt I have written, actually, like given this prompt here. So if you just see this prompt, I will put this in the description also. So I also mentioned that give title, description, question, JSON configurable, as this can be converted to a post API call where these parameters can be sent as input parameters. And what the function will like take a generic configuration like that, and it can actually build the form with the given questionnaire. So this is a prompt, and after I gave the prompt, so ChatGPT has generated kind of a like a text, like a sample configuration to test. So it has given me some questions with all kinds of like question types. So this is the first thing it has done, and then it has given me all the functions. So likewise, I will just copy all these functions, and I will put in my app script. I have just copied everything given by GPT, and then you can see that you can just test this function. So first you can debug it, and before debugging, you can actually create a test create function. So this is also given by GPT. So this is basically testing like the entire thing, like whether it is already creating a form with using this sample config. Okay, so basically your create form config is the main function, and your test create function is calling this main function and passing this sample config, like the questionnaire basically. And also it has created a post API function, which once deployed as a API, it will generate a link, and you can use that link in your Python code to create this form. So basically this section is ready. So you can just test it. You can like select this function, like use this function test create. So this is a very important step. Use like first when you run, before you run this, you first select this function, like the test create function. You are testing this. So you select this function and then you run this. So it will create a form for you and it will generate the links for the forms. So if I just run it now, so if you can see, now you can see that it has created a form. Not only it has created a form, it has shared the link. So the first is a response sheet link, which is attached to the form, then the published form link and the edit link. So likewise, when I call the API also, it will be returning me these three parameters. So if you just open one of this form, let's say, so I will just copy this link. And you can see that the form is ready. Basically, whatever questionnaire is given, and it didn't take even minutes to, like create this form. So it is very helpful. So now when my app script is ready, basically, so you have to just deploy it. You go and deploy new deployment. And here you select the settings as web app. So, and then you give a description to this and you keep it as myself, like execute as me. And who can access this is anyone. So you keep this as anyone. And then you deploy. So once you deploy, you will get a link. Okay. And this is a link which is being generated. And now my next prompt to GPT is, this is after AppScript deployment. So create a post curl request. So first I am creating a curl request with this link. So this is my for the post API. And then with that curl request, I am just telling that write a Python function to call that post API. So when this is being, like given to the GPT, so this is a function it has generated. So now I will go to my Jupyter notebook. And if you see here, this is my app script URL, which I show you. Like this is actually the post API URL. So this is a URL which I have pasted over here. And this is a Python function which is calling the post call. Okay, so request.post, you can see this is passing the URL and the headers and also the data. So data, I will come to this part, that what is the data here. Okay, so let's understand this Jupyter notebook. So first I have installed all these libraries which are required to run this program. Secondly, I have kept my API key, which is with the model I'm using is Gemini. So I am using that API key in my environment file. And also I have set the model name there. So if you are using any other LLM, so you can use that API key, or you can set that API key in your environment file. Now I will set up the brain here. So basically I am creating a variable and which like creating an instance where I'm taking the model and the API key. So this is a normal syntax. So I'm just creating the LLM brain here. Now I am defining the tools. Okay, so for defining the tools, this is an API URL which you are getting from the app script after deploying the app script in the app script console. And here I have, so this map I will explain later. So first I will explain you that next I have used a Python code to call that API. Okay, so already I have a curl request, post curl request. So from there I have generated the Python code and I'm calling that post request basically. And I'm passing this JSON. Okay, so now what from where this JSON is coming? So this JSON is basically the questionnaire, which is containing your survey content, like the title, description, and all the questions. Now this JSON I am generating from my first tool, that is generate survey config. And I'm giving a prompt over here that you create a JSON config. And I have given some rules like keep the title short, description within 3 to 4 lines, question based on user count, return only valid JSON. And then I'm giving a format also, like how should be the format of the JSON look like title, description. Do you want to link the sheet to Excel or Google Sheet basically, and questions, the list of questions. And then I am invoking that JSON, like invoking the LLM and getting a response JSON, and whatever response I'm getting, I'm just a little bit clearing the redundant syntaxes from the JSON, and I am putting it in a config cache. That is a global variable I have declared here. So I'm just keeping that entire JSON in the cache, config cache. And this config cache basically will be used when I will call my next tool from the framework, from the robot that call could create Google Form 2. So this is doing nothing but calling the same Python function, which is calling the post API. And here I'm passing this entire JSON config. Okay, so before passing it, I'm normalizing it. What is this normalizing function doing? So I have basically mapped this question type, like whatever question type it is generating, like if it is short answer or short underscore answer or only short, it will be taken as short. So this mapping I am doing because this is the types which are configured in my app script. So this is how that app script is understanding that what kind of question it has to generate. So the same thing which I'm doing here, I'm just mapping the type. So whatever LLM generates here, it will just map the type to the correct type, which is understandable by the app script. So this normalizing I'm doing here, and then I'm passing this entire config to the Google form. To coming to the agent creation, so I'm here creating my agent where already I have defined my LLM brain, the agent brain basically, and then I'm defining the tools. So these are the two tools which I will be using, and I'm passing these tools. Basically, I'm binding these tools with the LLM, and I'm giving the prompt also, like you are a survey automation AI agent. First call generate survey config, and then call create Google form tool. Always call generate survey config before create Google form tool, and never answer without tools. Return final Google form link. So this is what I have given the prompt, and human is giving you the input, and this is a normal placeholder which we have to keep. So likewise, I have created my agent, and I'm returning this agent basically. Now I will call this agent in my next lines of code. So first I will collect some survey input. So here if you see, it is asking me what is the survey input about. So I'm asking it is a research survey on students, as in how much hours they are spending daily using mobile phones. Okay. And then I'm telling that it is asking me what is the tone of the survey, whether it is fun, formal, professional. So I'm telling it as fun. And then it is asking me how many questions you want to generate. So I'm telling 5 questions. Okay, so this is the where the user input is collected. So it is collected now. Now I will run the agent. So let's run the agent. So it has given me the response. You can see daily scroll report, description. Hey students, ever wondered how much time you are actually spending with your phone? So all this description is now given. And absolutely, it's a no-brainer. See how the form links are generated and the chain has finished working. So now if I just go to the form link, my Google survey opened, and you can see absolutely no time. All the questions are, like given by the LLM. The form is created, the survey is created with 5 questions. So I think it is absolutely superb. And if you're not happy with the, like, or you want some editing, you can use this edit link also to edit the form. So this is also given here. So this is the edit link which is opening, and you can edit the form here. Okay, and also a Google Sheet link is given, which is actually attached to your survey. So whenever someone respond in your survey, this response is will be coming to this sheet. So if you open this Google Sheet, it is the link is also given here. So here you will get all the responses. So this, I have also shared this in the GitHub. So I have shared the GitHub link, so you can actually refer this code. But make sure you use your environment, proper environment file, and your appscript post request URL properly. And just like that, your survey is ready, created, published, and shared in minutes. If this helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Comment below what AI agent you want me to build next. See you in the next one.